Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you. I look too pretty for that line of work, do I? But yes, when I'm not teaching, I can be found in the infirmary. If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit. I would love to.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He used to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new...
How worthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sadith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. We cannot ignore those...
Yes, Rhea.
sigo yendo doble? Ah, mierda. Ese puerto ni siquiera sirve. Ah. Bueno.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know once you have finished. Come and speak with me.
Incluso te escuchamos a ti. Ah, ¿no me escuchaban antes?
May I ask a favor of you?
La arzobispa quiere que hables con los 3 delegados. Ok, mi mouse oficialmente está muerto. Lo bueno que no se ocupa, ¿verdad?
You there?
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable.
Ah, no puedo.
Now you should make the rounds.
No sirve
Go
mi
around the
mouse por
monastery and
de
see that you
momento,
greet
solamente quería
everyone.
probar. Creo que necesito una de esas cosas que multiplican tus entradas USB. Sí, tengo el audio un poco más bajo. Pero bueno, de momento esto es una buena solución. Habla. Ay, no veo nada. Ah, no sirve mi mouse. Se te des un papucho, así es. Sí, ya estoy viendo algunos errores que hay que corregir aquí. Hay que... Ya no se oye bien. ¿Qué? Préstame tu celular. Bueno, yo lo veré en mi celular. A ver, aguanten. No, está bien. Sí, que... No, a ver. No, pero quería ver los comentarios porque no nos alcanza a ver desde esta cochinada fea. Ay, aguántame. A ver, ajá. No sé. A ver. Toca, se oye bajito, se escucha bajito. Sí, voy a tratar de... A ver. No digas, habla. A ver tú.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresberg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles? Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities. Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant. What else? Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
No todos leemos como Speedy González.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still. For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Dugai, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
La tarjeta de video está haciendo gran parte del trabajo.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a... His house is that of Dugai, which produces... He's remarkably intelligent, but he only if he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of. I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him. She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class. Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Tiene un poco de delay el control, lamentable.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's... Yes.
Pardon me.
Ah, Dios mío.
Greetings! As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know?
¿Cómo ganó?
And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now...
¿Todos quieren a Bernie? Vamos a reclutar a Bernie.
Pardon me.
No se puede pasar por ahí. ¿Por dónde se puede pasar? Sí, definitivamente he visto gameplays de esto, pero no lo he jugado lo suficiente. Es la primera vez que lo juego. Control.
Well, I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but I'm guessing you don't know which class. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone? Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little. He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's... He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and... actually, that's about it. He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit... If you ask me, doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Ese tipo no es un alumno.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know? Lysithea is the daughter, but watch out. Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact... Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess. Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping... That's so...
Right.
Please I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. Delightful news. In any case, welcome to the... I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Sí. Imagínate, Serra con esteroides.
Hello.
Hola.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn. Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Ash.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extreme...
¿Qué tal se ve la calidad, muchachillos?
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a... skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Navideño.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery.
Hay tantos waifus, digo, personajes interesantes. A veces olvido que el héroe existe.
She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really.
Héroes.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
I appreciate your effort. How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students.
Así es. Nadie puede contra el poder.
I must
waifus.
note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is...
The black eagles, the blue lions, and the golden deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard. Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
Trata de quemar Fire Emblem, tiene que derrotar a su novio Roy para evitar que los Robins secuestren a Chrome, hermano de Lucina, enemiga de los Corrins.
They are all promising youths.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy. I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Setith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of.
Fish. Águilas negras por siempre.
In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses. Intended, we will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him. It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us. In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any difference. Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut. You can't go around saying,
oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the— I may be the Imperial Princess. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
Sure, sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
Perdona, Cloud, Marlon. Ah, sí, lo pienso perdonar.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book. Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about? Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
¿Están salva a Marianne? Ok, vamos a salvar a Marianne y vamos a salvar a Klaus. Ni siquiera sé cómo, ¿verdad? Pero vamos a intentarlo. Mil moneditas para las actividades del mes.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
Recluta todos y haz que vivan hasta el final. Regla primordial de todo Fire Emblem. Es el tomate y el puede morir 1000 veces.
Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand they are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding.
Ojo, el tres casas.
For now.
Sí, me voy a reclutar a Lacey definitivamente.
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors, that is how a crest usually... Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
Es el más difícil de todos en Lunatic. ¿Es verdad? Ah, he visto que sí es bastante difícil, pero...
There are still crests out there that even
no lo sé.
I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Lunatic Reverse vale verga.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Sobre todo con el que no es tan difícil como el 12 Lunatic en Reverse o el 13 Lunatic Plus. Pinche Tracia si no tienes una guía.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
Memes. Vamos a terminar primero este y luego vamos a hacer uno con puros builds de memes. Las peores clases posibles para todos. Gracias.
So, these are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Comportamientos indecorosos. ¿Qué me sabe?
Okay. I'm not too keen on the professor of my...
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Sí, juega le hiciste boxeador o samurai, sí. No puedes hacer casi nada con el aspecto. ¿El qué? La leyenda que Bernie puede pasarse el juego muy fácilmente. Ah, sí. Hay gente que acabó en Madeline con pura Bernie, está rota, sí. Ah, si tienes un buen build. Sí.
What
¿Puedo agarrar al gato? Atención.
It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Vamos a empezar a reclutar.
Wow. Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda, and Mercedes. Lady Rhea's quite the beauty too. And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice. You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. There are beautiful girls as far as the eye can see. Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
That's so.
Okay with that, Professor?
Sí, vamos a hacer uno con Super Bernie. Sí, vamos a hacer a la Isitia Samurai. ¿Samurai?
Professor.
Samurai, pues será Mortal Savant. Reclutas con los T's. Los Titan. Sale, descansas. No te vayas, Mod, si no se descontrola el chat. Ah, sí.
I could just forget.
Anyway. Oh. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed. My adoptive father is the real expert. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime.
Tengo una semilla, déjame plantar.
No. Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us.
Okay.
I heard about the upcoming mock. Goodness, listen to me.
Let me know when you are hungry. I will make you a quality meal, as thanks for your service to His Highness. I have a request.
Okay.
So.
Professor. Some believe the dignity of the Empire rests on the results of the mock battle. That's an overstatement, of course. Still, we must do our best to prevail. You should take the time to learn each student's abilities. Perhaps some extra lessons and training sessions are in order? You look as if you have no idea what's going on here. I know my way around, so I'm happy to help you find your... Have you noticed the bulletin boards Those contain requests people have posted. If you prove yourself by... The bulletin board is updated. The monastery has some exceptional facility. For example, you can enjoy a meal with your students at the dining hall, or take part in some one-on-one sparring at the training grounds. I suggest visiting the very...
Ya recordé, ese es lo que sustituye a la...
You should take your time when speaking with everyone, but when it comes to using the facilities, well, you need to be more careful about that. If you use them without planning ahead, your free time will be gone before you know it. A great deal is expected from professors of the Officers Academy, so it's important to hone your skills. To put it plainly, you'll need to keep expanding your knowledge of all disciplines, not just that.
Dimitri and Claude are the leaders of the other two houses. Do not underestimate them. When we take the field, it would be best not to engage the both of them at once.
Listen to this. Wow, I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead. I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you, though. You really think so? With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave.
Es un poco obvio.
Professor!
¿Por qué todos los NPCs de aquí son tan pasivo-agresivos?
Hey there.
Hello. Hi, Professor. How are you doing? If you're not busy, if I'm cooped up in this dust...
Indeed. Ya le di la vuelta a esta cosa.
All right. Greetings. By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo it? It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision...
Creo que ya me voy a dormir. No tenemos amigos.
Right, right. Maybe.
Poder mágico.
My thanks.
you know I am having great abilities for reading and writing. With sadness, I still have struggles with speaking. If my ways of speech are causing a burden, I hope you will have forgiveness.
Así hablar igual que Petra en inglés.
Yes.
Hay que reclutar primero a Licitia.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste. Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
Nice! I knew I could count on you. Much appreciated.
Okay.
It's finally time for the mock battle. This is my chance to measure your worth. So confident. This will be interesting. Each of us has undergone strict training. We're prepared for anything that means there's no need to hold back. Show us what you're capable of.
Hey there. Did we miss our invite to this strategy meeting? No worries.
Simply tell me your weaknesses and you're welcome to stay. But is there enough time to cover them all?
Ah, so you can't win unless you know my weakness. Poor princess. You really should believe in yourself more.
I spare no effort when pursuing victory. As a master of schemes, I should think you would understand.
Schemes? Me? I have no idea what you're talking about. I plan to fight fair and square as ever.
Hearing the words fair and square from Claude can only be a bad omen.
Your Highnesses haven't known me for very long, but you already have me figured out, don't you?
No need to poke fun. I will fight with honor. That said, I will fight to win.
Yes, and the same is true of us. Right, Professor?
If that is how you feel, then I will not hold back.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Ah, how time flies. And that...
Edelgard, Professor, be careful out there.
Gato.
The mock battle is finally here. Will you lead us to victory?
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
I will prevail.
Stay focused.
As you wish.
I will get the victory.
Battle?
None of your shallow tactics are required, Claude.
Me?
Ash.
Got.
Once you finish,
I'm on.
Oh my.
Caution is needed. I will remove you!
I've lost.
One more success.
Amazing.
Lost? Oh.
Now you know your limits. It's a long road yet.
Appreciated.
Well done, Teach. I may have to take this seriously after all.
I will get the victory. I will win!
So strong.
Witness Brigid Pride.
You're better than I thought.
Maldito control.
I'd like to take it easy.
Are you really gonna fight two houses at once?
This is a good opportunity for us.
Battle?
Apologies, Your Highness.
Creo que van a matar a Linhard.
Perhaps it's time for a nice nap.
Oh no. This is as far as I can go. One more success. Hard.
You're a tough opponent, but I refuse to yield.
Such power dwells within?
My training was insufficient. I am so sorry.
Look at that, a real-life princess. I'll have to be careful not to scar that little face of yours.
Careful, Claude. I'll win no matter what, but you're only making things harder for yourself.
Losing hasn't even crossed your mind, has it? Ooh, this'll be a bit of a shock then.
To shock was your intention to begin with, was it not?
up with brilliant schemes I can handle, no problem, but I'm not much for fighting. Go easy on me. You know that was a joke, right? Jeez, not so much as...
We must all do our part.
Nada de velocidad.
Ugh, I hate losing.
Ouch! Was that really necessary?
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
Your defeat was inevitable. It's a long...
So, you've made it past Manuela, eh?
Caution is needed.
Dale, que descanses.
I will get the victory.
Prepare yourself.
My goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle experience is... well, I was as good as useless.
You fought well.
All right, that's that. The winner, the Black Eagle House.
Even though it was just a mock battle, we defeated both houses masterfully. Take pride... Excellent work today, Professor. Though our victory should come as no surprise. Yes, it was. Further proof that you're well qualified to guide the Black Eagles.
That was impressive, Professor. I mean, impressive. We gained a victory because of your great leadership.
We certainly did. We all tried our best, of course, but we couldn't have won without you.
I was curious what it would look like if you did not hold back, and you did not disappoint.
I dare say we owe our victory to Lady Edelgard.
How so? For that battle, she was only a soldier following our professor's command. Sure, she was
Don't worry about it too much, Linhardt. All that matters is that we won.
I'm all done with being on the battlefield, okay? I'd rather stay back than pursue victory out there.
You were all as ridiculous as always. We only managed to win because we worked together. Was it something I said? Is it so odd, me talking about togetherness? If so, that perception must change. In fact, I'm canceling the festivities so we can discuss this topic further. I'm kidding, of course. Come on, everyone. We've earned this celebration.
Sale, que descanses.
Your work with the students was remarkable. I can see Geralt trained you well. I do hope you were able to... I'm so happy to hear it. Nothing would please me more.
Of course, the mock battle was mere practice. The real fight is the battle of the Eagle and Lion, which will take place during the Wyvern Moon. You are expected to properly train your students so as not to humiliate the Academy during the long-held tradition that is the coming battle.
As for today, I have called you here to tell you of your mission for the month ahead. Your class is to dispose of some bandits causing trouble nearby.
Those affiliated with Garrigmach Monastery have a moral obligation to help those in need, regardless of social standing. Students are no exception. Each month before the newly birthed moon departs, each house of students must complete their assigned mission. You shall work to complete the task at hand alongside your students and report back to the Archbishop before the deadline. Understood? I will soon provide you with the necessary...
I can sense something special within your...
Bandits, they say. Do you recall when we first met? You shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct? Have you no words for me? Do not tell me that you are shocked to hear from me. You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
What is this nonsense? All I was told was to kill as many noble pipsqueaks as possible. No one said anything about the Knights of Damned Saros being on our trail.
You have proven yourself worthless, distracted by something so trivial. I had hoped you would achieve your goal despite the setback. But now a child of the Knight's former captain is in play. How interesting.
Hey, this isn't what I agreed to!
Hiring a mercenary as a professor. What was that woman thinking?
Are you listening to me? How do we finish this?
You die.
What?
Underestimating the Knights was an amateur mistake. One you will pay for. The road to it. Now I must locate your replacements.
Wait! Get back here! Damn you!
Part 1. White Clouds. Harpstring Moon. Familiar scenery.
Ok, ahí nos vemos, nada más he estado probando.